Okay. Please, for the love of all that is holy, let it take about an hour to do this trial. Please. What the heck? Ganondorf is here, playing his organ? Grr. How did I get into this mess? You were the protagonist, you dummy. That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who's gonna be the... Oh, right, I forgot about this. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. That happened at like the start of the game, didn't it? I think it did. I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. A far-off dream that's like a scattered memory. A scattered memory that's like a far-off dream. As if this day was written into my destiny, today I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. Well, like, we're not gonna do that, obviously. Bum, 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 ba bum. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Why does he have, like, a glass of alcohol? Haha, if you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me, your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Now listen up, you'd better get on guard, a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. Maya. Phoenix. Phoenix! Mia, let's go. Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. She's probably dead. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left, not here, not anywhere. Phoenix is way too over the top in this game for me. It's that accursed on guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call him anymore, I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Ah, Gumshoe, I'm really, really sorry. If you are ever mean to Gumshoe again, I will personally behead you, Phoenix. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team, or we're chasing after the killer, pal? Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not gonna give up. Gumshoe, until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true, I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. Can I play as Gumshoe during this portion instead? I have to make the trial last longer? If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you got, then you two can draw it out. Ah, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. All right. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. How very anime. Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I knew it. Doesn't he always? Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing the nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? Looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Carrito was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client so to speak, is Matt on guard. What a surprising turn of events! I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound. Wonder how the trial will turn out today. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Poor Will Powers. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay, I'm Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. What is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way, yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. On Guard's room. Okay, sure. All right, give me a drink of water for this. I'm getting low on water. I have to talk so much during Ace Attorney. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. It was the bellboy. It was the killer, hiding as the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. That was me. I was the guest. It was Phoenix. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. Talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. On Guard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just gonna have to charge in head first, right? Visit to Matt's room. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. The defendant's room, why'd you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why'd you stop? Mr. Wright. What is it? You're gonna try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time? Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So you went to the defendant's room, and then... Hey, wait a minute, when and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? I mean, you're defending a murderer right now, Phoenix, so... Are you sure that was Matt on guard? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then. If that's the case, he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? Talking with someone? At first, what do you mean? Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. Why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, I can't remember right now, sorry. Guess I'm gonna have to wait patiently on this one. Watched the two of them for a while, and I gave up and go back. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? That's a perfectly normal thing to do. How long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. It wasn't a tip. He gave him a ton of money for a murder. Who are these guests you're talking about? You guys, of course. You and Maya and Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you, so I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like squeezing water from a stone. Probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state, I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. I don't know... I don't know what evidence to push here. Huh. Yeah, do I have any evidence that can do anything here? Gonna have to do something with this wooden bear at some point. Celeste photo, credit card receipt, stuffed bear. There's too much evidence in this case. What was the one that he, this is the one where he mentioned the tip, right? Maybe there's something here. At first, what do you mean by that? Didn't think he was a normal bellboy. Why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago, you stated... Oh, wait, what? Oh, this is different now. You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Oh, did I have to press L1 on this one twice? That's weird. Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Matt gave the bellboy a tip. All right. He gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. Just trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was. But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. That's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. Sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. Wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. The dude has the Stitch face, but knowing about how much he paid him is more important, I think. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure, but giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court about how much would you say the defendant gave the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. Judge is beginning to look awfully sus of us. Wait and see. There's nothing I can really object to here. I mean, who can argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd? So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carita. Then, the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley DeKiller left at the scene of the crime. Shelley DeKiller? He's the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I'm certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley DeKiller. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Just something clicked in my head, and I think I just figured something out. Oh. Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir, right away. Okay, good. We're on to the next testimony. The second time, not to be confused with the first nor the third time. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. That's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Carita's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much, that's all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done, there's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. DeKiller, then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. If that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Ha ha ha. This is no laughing matter. They really did, by the way, they really did just take Franziska out of the game in the last case, huh? Even though she was built up as the prosecutor throughout it all. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. Oh, no, wait, I don't need to read this again. I need to start hitting hold it. What time was it? Well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8, right? I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that, then I came back. Then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 p.m. by that time? You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. That's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. How could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But, you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. Ugh. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. Which room did the bellboy come out of? When I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, all right. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Ha! Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's gonna say next? Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide? Try to pull a fast one? There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really is. There really isn't. If you two are done being schoolchildren, bellboys are for room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Edgeworth, you gonna do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see, very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. That was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of the guest room empty-handed. You're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really sus. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand, and there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Juice? What kind of juice was it? Pretty sure it was tomato juice. We could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. The juice in the tray must be this one that he left. The one that, what's-her-face was drinking. He had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. Please don't be so quick to judge. But it's kind of a Powers family thing. A Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief? What? What? Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that bellboy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us. But he really is the assassin, you know? Yes, but you can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're gonna have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. Okay. Well, I think I just mentioned that, like, the juice was left in the, this was left on the crime scene. Yeah, okay, cool. Mr. Powers? Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But isn't he really sus? He's got all those stitches and... So, a baseball has stitches. Yeah, but a baseball is supposed to have stitches. Humans aren't typically supposed to have them unless something wild happened. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? This is maybe the stupidest sentence uttered in this game. Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. Oh, was I supposed to show the photo, but showing the glass worked? Okay, cool. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corrida's body. Liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now if you would look at what is on the top of the table in the lower right corner here. Anyone can clearly see it's a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corrida's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. Ah, but that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Corrida was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. I blame you for leading me down this route. Ha, I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. Ah, boy, does this make the bellboy look really sus. All right, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright, that bellboy was wearing black leather ones. How'd you know they were leather from a distance? So, a football is made of leather? Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather? Shut up. But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant, and then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Seems we've finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. Wait, is this the same testimony with stuff added on, or is it a new testimony? After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. Oh, okay, it's a new testimony. I am almost out of water. He gave something to the person inside the room, then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room. Yeah, I kind of saw all that by accident. Some accident? I say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. All right, here we go. Hold it. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be a poor underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye and a sort of sneaky spy-like. I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. Gave something to the person inside the room. I said hold it. Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Ask about the something. He gave something to this person? I thought he was empty-handed. Yeah, what was this something? Haha! If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please try to remember what it was. I'll try. In the meantime, let's talk of another point, namely what the bellboy did next. After he gave the person inside the room the thing, then the old guy just left without even going into the room. Wait a minute, what if I ask him the other thing? He said hold it. Probably ask him one question. Ask about the person inside. Who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? You're saying you didn't see the person's face? Yeah. I'd like to summarize the testimony up to this point if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course, Your Honor, I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was, no. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. Okay, so I assume we just keep going through the testimony and then, Oh, wait, I think it was some sort of wooden statue? Oh, is it the bear? A statue? Yeah, kind of looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know? Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm gonna have to come up with whatever this statue thing is and show it to him. You're gonna have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix. It has to be the little bear. Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. That's the only thing that explains why On Guard had that bear. What did the bellboy do after that? I think I can just present the bear on this. Yeah, it's a wooden bear. Okay, yeah, that was very obvious. What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where'd that objection come from? Speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is gonna happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw. Was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Matt Ungard's mansion. At the defendant's house? What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley DeKiller assassinated Juan Carita in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Mr. Ungard's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Ungard is DeKiller's client. Wait a minute. How did it get back to Ungard's mansion? Because wasn't Ungard arrested, like, the night of the murder? Did he have a chance to go back to his mansion? Order, order, order. I said order. Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah? Sorry, Mia. No, it's all right. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot that he knew about it too. I think it's clear that there's no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. Has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Wright. There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Ah, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? Not Power's testimony. It's got to be the person who received the bear or the bear itself. The bear has cuts in it. I know that. Is that worth asking about? The person who received the bear was Matt. All right, well, no, we only saw the person's arm. It might not have been Matt. I guess it could have been, Andrews. Because she's the only other one who would be in there. But why would DeKiller hand anything to Andrew? I mean, I'm just trying to stall for time. So I probably want to try and throw sus on, like, well, maybe it wasn't Matt who got the bear. There was one thing in Mr. Power's testimony that was very unclear. That's the identity of the person who received the bear. Gave something to the person inside the room. Sorry, I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of. Ah! What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're gonna scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Oh yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remember who took the bear. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm. It was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it. You gotta be kidding. Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Order, order. Looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. The person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Ungard is the Nickel Samurai. Yeah, we all know that no one else can wear a Nickel Samurai outfit. Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer. What am I supposed to do now? Mia, help! You don't have time to act lost. You gotta find another angle to attack this from. Hurry. Now I'll bring this cross-examination. Hold it, Your Honor. Again, Mr. Wright, we've already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony. It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright. Have to find something. Even one more little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Oh, I'm back here again. Is it? It can't be Power's testimony. So I guess I was wrong on that. I didn't lose any health to it, though. Whatever. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright? This was found at Mr. Ungard's mansion. However, Mr. Ungard was arrested at the hotel that night. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Ah, I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Ungard who took this bear to his mansion. Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way time-wise for the defendant to have taken this bear home. Okay, so I was right off the gate. I just pressed the wrong option for, like, how to get to this point. Okay. Ooh, disaster averted. Ah, objection. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. He remembers it clear as day, he says. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Unguard's mansion. Uh-oh. I muttered something. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was Killer. Killer and Unguard were working together, so to speak. Killer was hiding at Unguard mansion as its butler. What a bold move. The bear figurine was brought back to Unguard mansion by Killer himself, but he handed it to someone. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Unguard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack with at all? Or attack at all, words? I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Unguard. I see no more reason for this trial to continue, therefore I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you cannot win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? I mean, we have to raise an objection, otherwise Maya dies. Objection! There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at Unguard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is Killer's real client. Adrian? The real client? Yes. Tisk tisk. Is this all you have? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you think is Killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? I mean, it has to be... The only option is Adrian. It can't be Killer. Celeste is dead. It's not any of the idiots. It's not the two... It's not Matt. It's not Juan. I mean, it is Matt, but we can't say it's Matt. It's not Will. It's gotta be Adrian. Yeah, okay. Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt Unguard for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. Ah! Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw, that could have very well been Miss Andrews. But what about Mr. Unguard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Unguard's mansion, it was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic, besides which there's no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell, yada yada. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else. Unbelievable, it's petty, yada yada. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya, even if the whole world turns against me. This is one fight I can't give up on. Order, order, order. All disrupted parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth? Prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did especially bring that bear to Unguard right away. Why do you ask? Something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. Who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. I gotta go through her testimonies again? I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. Prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. Oh my goodness, is this another continue? Oh, it's not a continue. Ha ha ha! I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. Ah, I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick? Pearl? Where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. Oh, Maya must be channeling her. A really strong power. Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe. How's it going? You been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Ooh, that's good, pal. What about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where Killer and Maya are? Well, we still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time. If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I gotta keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But I might just run out of luck this time, is all our hope for naught. A tent! Huh? A tent? I could see a circus tent. Mia? It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. Oh my goodness, no, not a circus. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, don't bring that crap back. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. It was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now, but I can see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. How could you tell it was 300 feet? Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal, the Very Big Circus. Maya's somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map, about a 300-foot radius from the main tent, hurry. And, I could see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox? Okay, what else? What else, Mia? Sorry, but it was a very small window, I couldn't see anything else. Felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her, an old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Let's go, Gumshoe! Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you all right, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Here we go. I really hope that we can get this done in the next, like, 20 or 30 minutes. Court will now reconvene. Killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You've seen it before? That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets as she gave it to him? She gave it to Corita as a gift. All right. Why? Why does she? The bear figurine. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Oh my goodness, is the murder note in here? Is the suicide note in the center of this thing? So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it? Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Looks like there really was something to that bear after all. I mean, it's easy to get to the center of it. Just smash it with a hammer. Hold it. A puzzle? That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. People who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess it was a puzzle. What kind of puzzle is it exactly? All right, great, hold it there. Great, hold it. So you can take it apart? And how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in. Oh, yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Ah, this is most interesting. A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. Look at him, dude. Look at the judge go. He's a Rubik's Cube master. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. What'd you find after you take the puzzle apart? Just enough to store a small item. How do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Then this was a present from you? That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. So it was a present from Miss Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. Who exactly knew how to solve the puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself, yeah, and anyone who Googled it. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with this same bear in the country. But this looks like it could be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken. Really can't tell it's a small jewelry box by looking at it. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? I never told anyone, and as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. Ungard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm gonna get for now. Figurine updated. Only Carita and Andrews knew how to open it. Well, make her open it then and show us what's inside. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize that there's only one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box? It's gotta be the suicide note, right? What's inside? That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness. Yes? You're the only one who can open it. Please. There's a painful silence in the courtroom. All eyes on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. This is auto-cycling some dialogue. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is that? It looks like a note. Maybe from a suicide? I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. The suicide note? The suicide note left by Juan Carita's former manager, Celestin Pax. Yeah. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Carita himself. It seems Celestin Pax had very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Okay, but what does it say, though, bro? Order! Witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. Now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What does the suicide note say? Yeah. What is written on the note? That's right. At least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it, and I was gonna burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could read the contents of the note aloud. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celestin Pax left to us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Ungard, about being engaged to Carita and Ungard's role in destroying that, and about how she decided in her despair to end it all. And that's all Miss Pax had to say. There's one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Ungard. Then what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word. That Ungard values, above all else, is refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. Alright, tells of Ungard's horrible misdeeds. It's Ungard's fault that she killed herself, and this time even went as far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. How terrible. What a selfish person. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend these creeps too. Yeah, unfortunately. There's no room for doubt here. Mr. DeKiller's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note, and the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. Seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know, I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. Gavel is already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry. Suicide note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue? Would pursuing the figurine do anything? Like... What would pursuing the figurine accomplish? If I'm gonna buy time, then I have to, like, discredit the suicide note, I guess? It's gotta be the suicide note. Objection! Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. I think Your Honor believes that Matt Ungard killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, that is correct. But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Corita until the night of the murder. If that's the case, I say Matt Ungard could not have known what was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. Order! Order! You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think it did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. Ruh-roh. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It's a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession. Matt Ungard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, Juan Corita, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Ungard. Bang, bang, bang. Order! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You. Don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you're confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. Got him. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch, using this Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Matt Ungard's fingerprints were on there? Well, Phoenix, looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Ungard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking? Mommy, is that man the bad killer guy? Shush, stop, don't look at him. Why did a mother bring her child to this? The way he's sweating is just nasty. Phoenix? Yeah, Chief? Have you figured out what you're gonna do next yet? What I'm gonna do next? Does running away like a frightened child work? I know it seems like Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Whew, so did I. Well, what is it, Mia? There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate. I'd really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? All right, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What's this piece of evidence Mia is talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? I guess I gotta present evidence. I have an objection, Your Honor. Ooh, finger wag. Huh. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Objection! How's that? Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You're beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said? So you're telling me I forgot something? You're so close, Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. The photo? The photo incriminates him. The receipt incriminates him. More about the figurine? Or the bear, maybe? I'm already at 4 hours. Chat, what does it want me to show here? I gotta get through this faster. What does it want me to show here? The picture card, maybe? Maybe the transmitter? Because he mentioned the camera, but not the transmitter? It's gotta be like the transmitter or one of the bears. No one in chat is telling me the answer. So I guess I just have to guess. It's gotta be the bear. The stuffed bear? The figurine. The stuffed bear? Stuffed bear. Music didn't stop, I'm wrong. Well, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh wait, maybe I am right. I do believe some special examination is needed, but I think the item that should be examined is the defense's gray matter. Okay, no, I'm wrong. Whoops. Mr. Wright, after this trial is over, I'd like to see you in my chambers. I think there are a few things we need to discuss. No, my full health. Yes, Your Honor. If you're gonna speak, at least use your brain to make up something intelligible. So you're telling me that I forgot something? You're so close, Edgeworth. There's something you really need to examine about this piece of evidence. Oh, it's the suicide note? Take that! According to chat? That's Miss Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? I mean, sure, the suicide note was found inside the bear. It has her name on it, Phoenix. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means... the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impax or not, that is yet to be even remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting. Mr. Wright, are you saying this suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Ungard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? Oh, that's actually fair. How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again, which the defense does a lot. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever, except for the fact that she bought the bear and knew about it and is one of the only 2 people that can open it. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning the figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt on guard. I did no such thing. Right, if you're gonna pronounce the suicide note as fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you're the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. Oh, get bodied? That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? It is as the defense has stated, the handwriting is yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we've reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is gonna carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis, my butt, that's just the lawyer trying to buy time. Ungard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty! Guilty! Yo, Gumshoe! The music that plays when Gumshoe saves the day! What is that sound? It's Gumshoe! Hello, Gumshoe? What is with him and what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? Yeah, he got away. What? I'm sorry, pal, I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. Wish there was some way to make it up to you, I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal, but the 2 of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm gonna keep looking for him, pal, don't you worry, I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more. Guilty! Guilty! Yo, get the peanut gallery to shut up. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Understandable. Mr. Wright, I can't for us to come this far and... Oh! What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth, I phoned a friend and he wants to talk to you. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! Take that! Take that! Mr. Edgeworth, yo, he caught it like a pro? Please, you gotta buy us some more time. Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honor, you were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but... I'm reluctant to do this, however. It appears I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time, I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Do not make me do another investigation. Okay, thank you. Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. I didn't have any plans tonight. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess, but be advised that I will not allow another recess today. Not sure if this is helping or hurting us. Court will now take its final recess of the day. Is this another to be continued? No, it's not even a to be continued. Chat, how much longer do I have? I have, like, stuff I have to do with people tonight. How much longer? Does anyone in chat know how much longer this is probably gonna take? Is it gonna be, like, is it gonna be less than 30 minutes or more than 30 minutes? Is what I need to know. Is this gonna take more or less than 30 minutes from now? Does anyone know? Does anyone have an idea? There's a trial part 1 and a part 2. So I still have a part 2. So wait, is this about to be the continue point? Right, well, what's going on with Maya's situation? To kill her, looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Yo, Gumshoe? Beep. Report! Is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time, just spit it out. Right, looks like we just missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident and is rushed to get away. A few things. Can we use any of them as evidence? I thought you'd ask, pal. I got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over. Gumshoe! Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. Let's go, Gumshoe! What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. Really sorry, sir, but I gotta put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. Hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. I hope he gets a promotion. With my hunk of junk car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. All right, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. Gumshoe remains the best to ever do it. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. What the? Did Gumshoe just wreck? Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me. No one can stop me. What happened? Sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. Gumshoe, no! What was he thinking? We gotta hurry and call for help. We have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there's a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why, oh why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out where he is at this moment? There's gotta be a way. That's right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. The transmitter? To, like, pick up where my phone is? Maybe? I can't think of anything else. I can't lose health here, so. Right, we're not in the middle of a mock trial here. Guess this won't work, huh? Guess it's up to me. All right, I'll think of something on my end. Don't get your hopes up too high, but I'll try my best. Did I say something wrong? Edgeworth, what is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. Might be my turn to say, defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right, it doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict. Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. Probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. So did I give the wrong evidence there? To be continued. I so badly want to finish this stupid trial today. This is so long. This trial is like over 8 hours. That is way too long to keep my attention on an Ace Attorney trial, honestly. Like, I liked it better in the first game where they were shorter, but they kind of linked a little bit into each other. But anyways, Von Karma was what you needed to present? What? Oh, I had to show Franziska's profile because she has the thing, like the tracker on Gumshoe. I completely forgot Franziska was even in this case, to be honest. She's been so irrelevant for so long. I don't care. I don't care. Whatever. I'm going to wrap up here for today, and we will do what I assume is the final part of the trial next time, and then I will finally be done with this. Dude, I hate Justice for All. I'm so tired of playing this. Oh, but we will finish it next time, and we should be able to start the third game, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, for all of you watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to catch streams live, I'll link to my Twitch channel in the description, and I will see you next time. Until then, farewell.